Hey there, Bartholomew Perez, engineer, realtor in California and Florida, author and investor. I want to start off with some humor. ClearanceJobs sent me this really cool calendar. Sent me two really cool calendars. Squirrels! I found this rather amusing. ClearanceJobs, thank you for the calendars. I scanned the images per month because I think their marketing team outdid themselves with how they selected to go about sharing this. So here is the cover. I'm gonna go through the months. Each one. ClearanceJobs, if you don't know, it's a website that's dedicated to job searching. They'll post jobs that are essentially requiring a clearance of some kind. So both for the recruiter to have them have a pool of applicants that they can seek, and for the job seeker for them to reach out to a network of recruiters that are looking to fill positions. And this can be temporary contract, this could be long-term contract, or full onboarding as a W-2. Anyway, they didn't pay me to do this. I just found this really amusing. So going through the months: January, new year, new career, YOLO, squirrel. February, yeah, downloading ClickClock on my government device was a mistake. What happened on St. Patrick's Day gets reported under continuous evaluation. March. Wait, you have to file taxes annually? April will not work for peanuts. I was on WikiNuts for top secret research. I swear, WikiNuts. Very nice. A new meaning to Rocket's red glare. Oh, these jewels? They were a gift. One of my favorites. The only tea we're spilling is tea. Tellurium. Clever. I swear. Really. And look at these details. Boiling of the nuts, burning of the nuts. Under microscope. Over here, nutting to use. Outdid yourselves. Don't give out classified candy. If elected, I promise to blank. Secret Squirrel 2024. Just another year added to my. This is great because if you have a security clearance, you know that it's a never ending process. I do hold a clearance. I won't speak on much of that because I think I'd rather have somebody that is either a recruiter or somebody that's more qualified on the security side of things to speak on it. But it is something that you have to maintain and be upholding to your duties that you are basically required, and at the same time, it's what you're supposed to be doing. So anyway, wanted to share this because hilarious. And the other side of things, marketing, outdid yourself, team at ClearanceJobs. Here's one more, and this is on their social media on LinkedIn because it struck a chord. Lincoln Park, if any fans out there, you'll get this. Applied so hard and got so far, but in the end, I wasn't even hired. Linked LinkedIn Park. Clever. And look at the reactions. Almost 500 uh, interactions on social media. And then I couldn't help myself. I could not. I had to spin the lyrics from in the end. Online things, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you apply. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself of a time when I applied so hard. Phenomenal. ClearanceJobs. Kudos. I love that. Sugar chord for us that are very familiar with Linkin Park, and then great use of content. So thank you for the calendars. I think, how did I get it? I think November, December timeframe, they had sent out a poll. Would you like a calendar? All right, didn't think much of it. And sure enough, this morning, checked my mail. Finally, no, arrived earlier. I finally decided to open my mail, and there was squirrel. Really phenomenal. Uh, what has been on my mind? Codie Sanchez. Codie Sanchez, a successful entrepreneur. How did she start out? She was in the finance industry and I think specifically Goldman Sachs. She's phenomenal about describing her transition between employment as an employee and then going the entrepreneurial venture. I love her and her content because it strikes a chord. I can relate very much to a lot of it. At the same time, she doesn't forget that people will have questions, and questions she has answers to with her experience. I was listening, and I listen always from as if she was my mentor, because when she speaks with conviction. At the same time, I value the fact that she's already done this and now she's willing to share this with the world. She was talking about productivity and different things you can do. So I'm not going to go through the entire list, but the one thing that I do practice is a clean a clean desk space. I think I can switch cameras here. So why does it make a difference? It makes a difference because when it comes to getting your thoughts together, you have less distractions. And I mean, is that not important? Having less distractions? iPhone camera, let's go. I Okay. It's on. All right. Here. Hi. Different view. What's going on? This is my desk area, my working space. Keep it as clean as possible. Very simple. Got laptop, screen, mic, and no clutter. What else do I have? This to keep me on track on what I'm supposed to be talking about or doing. Coasters, because we're in Florida, and you know what? I don't want to have stains all over my desk. I hate looking at those watermarks. And for decision making, for the important life-changing decisions, coins. Because I will flip a coin, heads or tails, whatever. Done. I don't want to ponder on decision making that I don't have to decide on. Like, why? I really shouldn't. I think many of us will linger, and it's okay, but we'll linger for long periods of times just for simple decisions. Example, what do I want to eat today? What do I want to have for lunch? And if you have things in order, it's easy decision making. And if you're just split between two things, flip a coin. There's some life changing events like lunch where you can just flip a coin and then it will kind of just take care of myself or itself. So productivity, Codie Sanchez, phenomenal because of her story, where she's been. And I think I'm going to spend some time next time to go through her video. And eventually I would love to have Codie one-on-one and see what that looks like. Made it a goal to one day meet Codie Sanchez, breadth of knowledge. And the last thing, one thing that I did post about was imagination and how we lost each other early on in my childhood. Very true story, because one, I'm a very logical person. So emotions, first thing to go out the window, and it's always from a place that it has to be calculated or else things just will not make sense. So the last thing that I posted on LinkedIn was about just that imagination and how I lost it along the way. It was very dear because it's playful, it's playtime, but then we're told things are supposed to happen in an orderly fashion. There's little to no room for creativity. And depending on your industry, this may or may not be true, but for engineering and STEM professionals, creativity, not so much the most welcomed thing in the environment, especially a corporate setting. That's okay, because there's other avenues that you can release. Dancing, singing, acting, the YouTube, all these avenues and channels where now you can gather your own ideas and put them together, right? This very near and dear because imagination has played a critical role in my development. And when it comes down to it, I think mornings are when I tend to be the most creative. I know that about myself, and I know that I need a release of creativity, of just, hey, I don't have to be necessarily correct on everything. I'm okay with failing or just being incorrect or wrong, or things don't make any sense. I was speaking with a good friend of mine, Stephanie, and Stephanie was describing about improv. I love improv. One of the easiest exercises that improvisers do is the yes and exercise, where you're giving a theme, a topic, and if you're working with a partner, Now the two of you are on stage, and your task is to build an entire scene based on this one theme. The whole point is you're not objecting to it as being shared. You're building on it. Sounds easy. It can be difficult depending on how logical you are and if you're rationalizing the whole thing. But if you decide to have fun with it, you automatically just change the whole environment. It does not have to make sense. So wherever that goes, I am looking forward to hearing back on her experience with improv. I am looking for an improv school right now because it's, again, another channel that I have to have a release for. This is like built up energy. I know this about myself. Maslow's basic hierarchy of needs, the essentials are taken care for. Now, like this self-actualization, realization of coming up here and who am I? Who is Bartholomew Perez, this squirrel guy saying about in the end from Linkin Park because ClearanceJobs posted something funny, and getting to explore about his own self and imagination. Like when things come to place and you just have a clear space for your own, oh, life changing. But it is a process in itself. I think eventually I'll share more on that. But for now, these are my thoughts. Squirrels at clearancejobs.com. Thank you. Productivity from Codie Sanchez, and imagination, because it's important. Creativity, release, it makes a difference and it will show in your day to day. Anyway, Bartholomew Perez, engineer, realtor in California and Florida, author and investor, signing out until next time, to be continued.